Morning you guys, it's Karen, and as you can see I'm in my living room. I'm just so fed up of the colours not being right on my video. I've watched videos, I've tried to teach myself. I don't know what's wrong with my lighting or my settings or what has gone wrong. It seems to have been quite a while that this has been a problem and I can't get the colours right at all. But when I film in here it doesn't seem to be so bad, so keep your fingers crossed that this is the right colour. I've got some empties to show you today. This is my empties box. So it's not quite as nice to set up in here, but I'm just going to fling them to the side of me. Okay, let's get stuck in. This is the Be Pure by Superdrug Micellar Water. You guys know I love this. I actually have gone through 2 bottles of this since my last empties, so that's just one that I love and will always love. Herbal essences, this is the Daily Detox Clean Golden Raspberry and Mint Shampoo. I would definitely buy this again. The one I'm using I think is strawberry and mint, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's not quite as good as the Tresemme Deep Cleansing Shampoo, but almost. I've actually got quite a bit of makeup in here. This is the Soap and Glory Get Smooth On conditioner. I love this. I absolutely love the smell of it. It's not the typical Soap and Glory smell, but I also love how soft it makes your hair. If you want really soft, tangle-free hair, this is the one for you. It doesn't necessarily last that long on me, as in, you know, I just go out in the wind and that's my hair tangly again, but my hair just feels so soft when I use this. Probably not the greatest for volume. That's everything hair care. Onto some skincare items. I've got the PS Naturals Balm to Oil Cleanser. This is from Primark, and you can see that I used a bit. I was really disappointed in this, and I thought this was going to be a favourite. I used it the first 2 times and thought, oh, this is lovely. But I thought, you know what? I don't feel that my face is that clean, and I could see there was sort of globs of oil in the bath, and I was like, this is a bit weird. And so I used this and then had a check of my face, you know, by cleansing it in the normal way. And this barely got any of the makeup off. It felt like it just moved it around, or it obviously did just move it around, and then some came off with the face cloth when I rinsed it. But like I said, it just a really peculiar product that I thought I was going to love. I loved using it. I loved the feeling of using it. It didn't feel bad at all. I just noticed that I was having to cleanse a lot afterwards. You know, like I was using my micellar water and there was still makeup coming off, and I was like, I've used this twice. How is that possible? So that is a fail for me, unfortunately. This next item is really interesting. It's a Sunfragma SPF 25 Melting Balm by Face Theory. And you guys know that I really enjoyed this. Let's see how much I've used, or not that much. I enjoyed it apart from the fact that it's in a jar, but I think they now do it in a tube. And I had said to you that it does stay shiny when I don't put makeup on. It does have a shine to it, which didn't bother me. So not wearing makeup, I was absolutely happy wearing this. But that when I wore makeup with it, it was absolutely fine. But I tried a couple of new foundations and they just looked terrible. And I was like, why are they looking so bad? And I thought, I wonder if it is that. I wonder if it is this being too greasy, because the foundation wasn't sticking. And so I stopped using this and found that my foundation looked a lot better. So although I thought it was looking fine, it obviously looked fine at first, but then it either looked fine at first and I hadn't noticed with other foundations that it had gone horrible during the day, because I'm not always paying attention to my makeup, or it works with some foundations and not others, you know. So it's just something I was like, no, I don't want to use something that's affected my foundation. This is the CosRx Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. Do you remember back when I did the snail serum ingredient? There's still some left in here. It's such an odd consistency. I would probably put up with that odd sort of gloopy consistency if I felt that it did anything for my skin, and I didn't. I had very dry skin and was hoping this would really hydrate it, and it just didn't, unfortunately, and felt too weird to use. So that's not a repurchase for me, and I know some of you swear by that. I used up my Obagi 0.1% Tretinoin Cream. I used it up on my hands. There's probably a tiny bit left in there. I do have differin, and I'm considering trying my differin, because I can't use retinol. It just is, my skin is too sensitive to it, no matter what the percentage or formula. I tried so many. And retinoid just dried my skin out too much and made my makeup look terrible, and so I wasn't prepared to to try it. And also, do you remember I did the hooded eye test where I really supercharged my tretinoin use, like used it every day, I think even twice a day, and it actually made my hoods look worse. So that may just be for me, because I do believe tretinoin is a good ingredient, but I might try differing just on my face and see what I think. The final skincare item I've got is the Paula's Choice. This is the Essential Glow Moisturiser SPF 30. I love this, and I will definitely repurchase this. I bought I bought a few sachets and some minis of the Paula's Choice SPF to see which one I wanted to use. I really like the tinted blue one, which I was sort of moving away from tinted SPF, and I also like their Calm, the one that's called Calm. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to buy, because I've got two little minis, and when they're finished I will buy one of the Paula's Choice ones, but I would happily buy that again as well. Everything else in here is makeup. I've got quite a lot of makeup going on in here. So the first thing is the Revolution, I should have showed this in New at the Drugstore, light pink loose setting powder. I really like the powder, but the packaging is absolutely pants. It's just a complete mess. You have to shake it in order to get some, and let me show you. Can you see that? It's just pouring out of it. I don't know why I did that. I've just covered everything in powder now. But the packaging is terrible, and even when you open it, it goes everywhere. It's all over the mirror, so it's kind of pointless having a mirror there. It's just terrible, terrible packaging. So I will decant the powder, which is very nice, into something else. And now what am I going to do? I need a towel, I think. I normally sit with this blanket on me in the morning here doing my makeup, so I'm going to put this blanket on me because it needs a wash. Oh my god, there's so much powder coming out. It's coming out the back of where it closes. So love that, but don't love the packaging one little bit. Next is the Revolution Bacon Blot in Lace, and you can see that I've not used every single bit of it. I never will. I never did use every single bit of the powder. When it got to the edge like that, it was too difficult to use. And I've repurchased it, and I repurchased it in translucent. So let's have a look at the difference in colour. So this one is lace, this one is translucent. I can't really see. What's the difference? I suppose the lace one is a little bit darker. They didn't have lace, which is why I bought translucent to use, because I do really like that powder. Nothing wrong with this packaging. Really nice to use, so definitely already a repurchase for me. This next one is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude That Peach Though blush in That Peach Though. Really pretty colour, goes on nice enough, lasts okay, but I just felt every time I watched myself on YouTube I couldn't see the blush, and I'd have a look in the mirror and I'd think, yeah, I can't really see it, it's just not really a colour on me. So I think it's just that this particular colour doesn't suit me, but otherwise it's a very nice blush. This is, talking of peach, this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I didn't like this. I wore this in a video, I can't remember which one. It wasn't on here, it was on Mrs. Ginger and her dog, or Mrs. Ginger's Health, and it just looked terrible. And even when I've been applying it, I'm like, wow, that's yellow. It really is yellow, and normally I like a yellow foundation, but there's obviously limits. But also it just doesn't last that well on me. It just didn't look that good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was saying it doesn't last on me. It doesn't look nice after a few hours on me. It looks kind of cakey, so yeah, it's not one. It's a shame because I really like the tube. I love those sort of pump tubes, but yeah, it just doesn't work for me. There's no point telling you about that because they don't do it anymore. Oh, I tried, do you remember I showed you the red Line and Load liquid lipstick from NYX in the New at the Drugstore, and I said I wish they did more nude colours? Well, I went into Superdrug again and they had more colours in, and they had this kind of nudie colour, and I thought, oh, that looks like it might be the colour of the liquid lipstick in Caramello that I love. Well, it's not. This colour made me look dead. What is it called? DM me. That's what it's called. DM me. Well, nobody would DM me if I wore that because, like I said, it looks like I'm dead. So I do actually like the lipstick, but I did get to try the line in my lips again with it, and to me it doesn't work. You need a lip pencil. It just does not work well for me at all, and that may just be because I'm a bit klutzy with makeup. But it's a shame that the colour isn't decent, because otherwise I would have just worn it as a liquid lipstick. The liquid lipstick in Caramello by Stila. This is now finally drying out. You can see that how much is, I'm trying to sort of scrape it from the side, you know, pushing the brush in, and it's just finally dried well, it's not completely dead. You can see there's still some colour. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my handbag so that I can try and find the perfect lip liner to go with it, because I'm still on the hunt. My Too Faced Perfect Nude is what I use. And there was a NYX one that I found, do you remember? They now don't do it. That's typical. Just when I finally found a cruelty-free soft lip liner, and it doesn't work. So I'm going to continue my search, and I'm going to keep this in my bag so I can actually match it up. Because a few times I've bought lip liners from Urban Decay thinking they would be perfect with that, and they look nothing like it. EX1 foundation is another one that I had bought and thought it might be really nice. It does look lovely when I put it on, but the claims of it lasting, I think it's supposed to last 12 hours. Does it say on the front? Invisiwear, certainly not invisible. This is actually quite cakey, I think, but it doesn't look very nice as the day goes on, so that's a fail, sadly. The Laura Geller Balance and Brighten in Porcelain. I absolutely loved this, you can see. I've gone further to the edges than I normally would on any powder, and I really enjoyed that, and I actually went online to repurchase it. QVC is the only place I'm aware that we can get Laura Geller. Oh no, we can get it in Debenhams. I didn't check in Debenhams online, but the next time I'm in Debenhams, I'll have a look. I've got it on my list to have a look, and I will buy one. I might buy a darker one. I might buy the one in Fair and see how I get on. But I've always loved that. That's a long time favourite. This is the Milk Tattoo stamp. I can't remember I think I had it on my wrists one time, and you may well have seen that it all sort of bleeds on me. I don't know why, because I've seen them demonstrating it on camera and it isn't bleeding, but it immediately bleeds on me, and I've tried it in various different places because I thought it was a great idea, but for me it just doesn't work. Oh, I'm so disappointed in this. This is the Crystal Rose. It's the Kat Von D, their new sort of cream, not glitter, but cream metallic eyeshadow that is just insane when you swatch it. And this is in Crystal Rose. And I did wear this on Instagram, and it is beautiful. But good Lord, it just took me so long to make it work. I'm gonna spread this out so that I don't end up dropping it on my carpet. It's a stunning colour, but it didn't look like that on my eyes, to be honest. It did look lovely, it really did look beautiful, but for the time it took me to do that, as in I had glitter all over my face. So if you were going to use this, I would suggest doing your eyes first, which just doesn't come naturally to me. I would never remember to do that, even if I felt okay about doing it. And I had to kind of put a little bit on and then a little bit more and sort of pat it. It just took a long time to get it right. And then when I blended it, I was blending my crease colour in, some of it was flicking off and it was just too difficult. I absolutely adore the colour, I think it's beautiful, but it just didn't work for me. Two things left to show you, and they're both Essence mascaras, because every time I talk about mascara, every single time somebody says you need to use Essence mascara, they're amazing. I have tried the one that everybody raves about, which I think is, oh, this is Lash Princess. I think there's different types of Lash Princess, isn't there? I've definitely tried Lash Princess before, because I went to a Wilko that had Essence in Falkirk. Do you remember when I first got my brows tattooed years ago? But I don't have anywhere that I can buy Essence where I can go into a shop and see them, so I just buy them from Amazon. And I'd probably use more Essence makeup if I was able to go in and have a look. But I was really pleased that I watched my friend Melissa 55, and she said that she also tried the Lash Princess and it didn't work for her. So I thought, thank goodness, because I was feeling like I was the only one in the world that doesn't love the Essence mascaras. So I used this Lash Princess False Lash Effect. Love the brush on this, and I was really hopeful about this one because it's a natural bristle brush, it's the perfect size, and I thought it was great when I put it on, but it crumbled all underneath my eyes, so didn't like that one at all. And then this one is the Essence Volume Stylist Lash Extension, which again has a good brush, but this one smudged on me. So there's obviously just something about my eyelids, whether I've got too much oil production or what, that these don't work for me, sadly. Well, it can't be oil production in the crumbling. Maybe my eyelashes are too dry, I don't know. But one crumbled and one smudged, so no good, unfortunately. Let me know if there's another one. You know, if anybody's tried these and they didn't work, but you tried another one and it did, let me know, and I will get right on that. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you again soon.